I'm Chief Warrant Officer 4 Victor Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling some stories of my naval career. This one is another one from when I was on shore duty in the Philippines on the Admiral staff. My two sons and I had become PADI open water certified scuba divers, and my youngest son Tom and I made quite a few really good dives together. Well, this is a dive that I made with another guy. He had been a California Highway Patrolman, motorcycle cop. But now he was on the security staff at the base there somewhere. But he was a tall, very muscular guy, and he was a scuba diver too. So him and I buddied up for this dive in Salinguin Bay. We're out there aboard a boat, a big old wooden thing. It was a Vietnamese junk boat. We went out there and we hit the water. We anchored the boat in about 20-foot deep water, a level plateau towards the mouth of Salinguin Bay, which is the next bay. I think it's north of Scuba Bay. And we went down to the bottom, about 20 feet deep, and we're swimming out toward the middle of the bay, and we came upon a steep drop-off. Well, Salinguin Bay is extremely deep. It's several hundred feet deep. It was a clear day, and as we swam over the edge of that cliff, looking down, the bottom just disappeared into infinity. Just a straight, absolute vertical cliff going straight down. Sun streaks going down in the water, just seeming like forever, almost like looking up into the sky. We could not see the bottom at all. I mean, it's just extremely deep there. But what we did see was some langosta whiskers sticking out of a small cave. It was about 40 feet deeper than where we are, so we swam down there. And whiskers of this langosta, this is a huge thing. That langosta's whiskers were about 4 feet long. I mean, that's 4 feet long whiskers on this thing. Now, they're like freshwater lobster. But this thing, his body is like about that big around. He's huge. He's backed into this cave. And they can wedge themselves in there. And they're built for that. We got very sharp horns aiming forward, so that when they back into those caves, you can't get to them because they got these sharp horns sticking forward, very sharp, and they can lock themselves in there. You can't get them out. Well, he had what's called a Hawaiian sling. First, he grabbed over those whiskers, pulled, couldn't budge, so he tried stabbing it with the prongs of his Hawaiian sling. It's like that's got a ring around the prongs. And as you stab it in something, it pushes the ring off and the prongs open up and you can pull whatever it is out. Well, he's stabbing at that thing with that Hawaiian and he can't get it. So he turned it around, stuck the other end in, moving it round and round and round, trying to aggravate the thing and make it come out. Well, it's stuck, it's in there, buddy. So he gave up on it. So I got down there and I grabbed a couple of little whiskers and they're as big around as my thumb where they disappeared into the lobster. Maybe bigger, but I mean, I wrapped a couple of those whiskers around my hand and I put a foot on either side of that hole and I pulled with all my might and I couldn't budge it. We finally gave up, let him go. But we worked on that rascal for at least a half hour. Finally gave up and let him go. We were running low on air by now anyway. So we came up and decompressed for a while. We were going to do a night dive that evening. So we went about a mile to seaward of the mouth of Scuba Bay. And they anchored the boat there. They weren't right in the channel, I don't think. Just to one side or the other of it, but they were able to anchor the boat there. It was about a 40-foot boat. And after nightfall, it was kind of an overcast night though, and it was really dark. I didn't have a dive light. All I had were one of these chemical lights. You break it and it glows. I'm holding that in my hand to keep me from swimming into the bottom into coral and injuring myself. We hit the water. He had a pretty good dive light, but he was a power swimmer, and he could swim faster than me, and that rascal just took off and left me. We're swimming towards the mouth of Salinguin Bay, towards Grandy Island. And I'm swimming along there trying to catch up with the guy, and it's ink dark. And I swear I heard Jaws music. I know it was my imagination. I knew it then, but I heard it. And I started thinking about a big old shark coming along and biting my hand off because it had that light in it. And I surfaced and looked around, and there's the boat way out there, and the current's going out. No, the current's coming in. And I'm swimming against the current on the surface, at least a half mile. I finally got to the boat and I climbed aboard. Man, I was tired. Tom, if you're watching that, son, I really appreciated you. I'm telling you, you were the best dive buddy I ever had. I never went diving with that guy again. That's the end of the story. Y'all carry on.